Every high school athletic coach goes out of their way to make time for their team, but not many of those coaches are also cancer patients who are already in their own race against the clock.
Execute your plays, play aggressive D, grab the ball, do all the things right, okay? Keep the intensity up. Bench, love the energy, let's get some more. Mills on 3, 1, 2, 3, Mills!
Wearing a black hat, Kelly Shea Gallo hides the disease she fights every day.
Probably mid-August, I wasn't feeling great, went to the doctors and, they said, you're 35, you're healthy, you're probably just a little run down. And went back again, pursued it, and they found a lump in my lymph nodes and then diagnosed me with breast cancer about the end of August.
The timing put Kelly in a rough predicament. She knew battling the cancer over the winter months would be difficult enough, but would she have it in her to still remain the head coach at Mills?
That's was really hard for me. I didn't have any assistants. I knew we had a potentially phenomenal team, and I didn't want this illness to take that away from them.
Before the season even started, we were telling each other, we were like, we have something more to play for this year, and everyone go all out, give 110%.
From the get-go, I said, sorry you guys, I hate to do this to you. It's the last thing I wanted. And they said, we want you to coach, so do what you can, and we'll take you when we can get you.
What the team has got this year is their best start in decades. Some say it's because the Vikings returned 4 starters this year, but just maybe it's because the girls of this year's team have a little more to play for.
I do play for her mostly. I play for me, I play for the team, but I do play for her a lot. I mean, if she yells at me, if I could make a mistake, I'll try not to do that mistake again.
Go, 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 go! Good help, Haley.
Kelly Shea Gallo was an inspiration even before her battle with breast cancer began. For the last 8 seasons at Mills, she has taught girls about basketball. Now this year, she will start teaching her girls a lesson about life.
I don't want to be a poster child for breast cancer, but I do want to be, assertive with my own team to be aware of it, that it exists, and you can battle it, and you can fight it, and you can survive it.
Kelly's Viking basketball team finished 25-7 on the season, the school's best record in years. And to top it off, they even made the CCS playoffs. Of course, we had hoped to bring you a positive update this basketball season on Kelly's well-being, but just weeks after we aired her story, cancer ultimately took the life of Kelly Shea Gallo. A 35-year-old middle school teacher, Kelly was survived by her husband Mark, their 2 daughters ages 4 and 7. In a physical sense, this wonderful woman has left us, but her courage will live on in the hearts of many for years to come.